Welcome back. In this video, we're going to head out to the Tower of Ramazza, and we're going to deal with the wizard Lorroakan and his crew of elemental myrmidons and constructs. So for this battle, we're going to want a lot of strong damage that is able to get to higher armor classes. So in this case, we could take Lozelle, or we could just run with the two druids and Alfira, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just leave Gale at camp. This is a magical battle. Gale's not going to be super helpful to fight another powerful wizard, and we're going to have both wizards go into owlbear form before we go in, and we'll want Alfira to be ready to shoot as hard as she can. So we'll swap back to our risky ring. Another option here is we're only getting a couple of points of damage from the caustic band now, so if we want to have a higher to hit but not be worried about the risky ring's disadvantage on saving throws, we can swap out for the Ring of Regeneration and the Whispering Promise. So that would be this ring that we just bought, and a ring that we stole from Volo a long, long time ago. It might be on one of our allies here. Here. So when you heal a creature, it gets a bless, a d4 to attack rolls, and saving throws for 2 turns. And since the ring is healing us, we would get that every time. And we'll do that just to kind of show off that combination of abilities. We're also going to want to go first, so no need for the armor of the Spore Keeper. We're going to want to swap back to our Wantai Scale Mail, or Wanti Scale Mail, to give us the +1 bonus to initiative. And we don't need the Staff of Woe anymore. We'll pick up, let's see, where's Rhapsody at? So as we start killing things, Rhapsody is going to do more and more additional damage, up to +3. And we can equip the ritual, oops, so Rhapsody, and we can equip the ritual dagger as well in our offhand, in case we need to make a save or something. All right, so we're going to head back to the lower city central wall. So we left Halcyon in the party, so we want to make sure that we can put our whole group together when we head up. So let's do a quick check. Looks like we've got everybody we need. And our plan of attack is to go in, win initiative, and immediately cast Globe of Invulnerability, and then just start wailing on Lorroakan while his reprisal ability can't hurt us. And once he's down, then we'll have the party get to killing the elementals, which are not as serious a threat. So if we're interested, we can actually keep Halcyon and Jaheira as regular casters for a little while, so we don't have to go in shapeshifted necessarily, although we sure can. So what not bringing shapeshifted would bring to the table is that they would have the ability to throw spells at Lorroakan to do damage and clear stuff out, leaving not as much work for Alfira to do. Lorroakan may or may not go down on the first round. It's really going to depend. Just to show off that they can cast spells, we won't shift them until we're inside. So we'll go ahead and click on the portal. We'll get a cutscene.
What have we here? A magician in a tower, hiding away from the frightening world. What are you so scared of, Magus? Not the night song, surely? Why, she's nothing but a relic to be purchased and pursued.
My God. The night song is a person.
At last. There you are, my dear.
You will address me with due deference. I am Dame Aylin, and you are a whelp without honor, without pride, with nothing but a tower full of trinkets.
Oh, my apologies, Dame Aylin. I meant no disrespect. I asked our mutual friend here to make an introduction that I might get to meet the famed daughter of Selûne. Forgive me for that impudence. Perhaps our friend can bridge the gap and do what I believe they came here to do?
And we're not going to try to turn Aylin over. We're going to say that we came to stop Lorroakan.
My steel-hearted friend speaks true. Give me one good reason, Magus, why I should not strike you down where you stand.
Dame Aylin, I have discovered a device that would allow your immortality to be shared. It would cause you no harm, no pain of any kind. You serve your mother Selûne, I believe. She who has blessed our realm with so many gifts. Honor her by sharing yours.
You dare to threaten me with the same magic that held me in torment for 100 years? You do not seek to share my gifts. You seek to poach them.
I had hoped to appeal to your better nature. Perhaps I overestimated you. No bother. I have an arsenal of implements capable of convincing you to see reason.
And we'll just say it's over for you, wizard.
A pity you didn't prove a more reliable ally. You could have reaped the rewards of my good favor. I'd hoped you to keep an open mind, but it seems you're determined to make this as difficult as possible. Boy, at the ready. Once I've taken control of the Aasimar, she must go directly into the caging rooms.
No, Master Lorroakan. I would never have assisted you if I knew you planned such horrors. You lied to get the night song here. Made us all believe she was nothing but a relic. I have seen what true leadership can accomplish, but never under your tutelage.
Watch your tongue, you child. I could make it such that no wizard in the realm will touch you.
If they're all like you, I think that sounds like an excellent bargain.
Oh, face us, charlatan! We who detest you so!
Myrmidons! Imperatum!
All right, so Alfira is likely to win the initiative super fast. Let's take a look at Lorroakan. All right, so he's got mage armor. He's siphoning from all of the elemental myrmidons he's got out here. He's got all of these additional abilities, powered invocation, right, spell resistance, sculpt spells. When we attack him, he has a reaction attack that's going to blast us back, and it's going to do just a tremendous amount of damage. So rather than taking that, we're going to make sure that we are immune to it. So we're going to cast Globe of Invulnerability. And we're just going to center that over our whole party. And now we've got choices that we could make about how we'd like to deal with the fight. So we could just start shooting with our Alfira. We could also take a potion of speed and hope that we'll have Lorroakan down and after a couple of rounds. We're going to just start off with our offhand attack rather than taking a potion of speed. And we missed. So we see everybody's invulnerable, didn't take any damage from that. And we're at Jaheira's turn. We want to try to not actually hit Roland. He's been a good guy to us so far. So we'll drop a Call Lightning. And you can see he's casting Elemental Retort, and it does just a boatload of damage. We're not going to react to that because we're invulnerable and don't need to. You can also see that Lorroakan has taken no damage from that. He is remarkably resilient to magical attacks.
Oak Father, harden my heart.
So what other options do we have? We have a great number of scrolls. We've got throwing weapons. We can deal with the adds if we want to. We'd see if we've got a range to cast Disintegrate. And it looks like he's too far away for that. Let's see if we can catch him in a Moonbeam. And again, we're not going to bother reacting, but you can see he's just throwing these huge blasts back at us every time we attack. We've got our elementals that can go. Again, we don't want to hit Roland. We'll knock him over at least. And the elementals that we've got can still do damage to the adds, though they do have pretty high armor class. This is where if we'd have brought Lizelle, she'd have torn him apart by now. We're not going to bother. And Roland's in big trouble at this point in time, so we're going to need to heal him. This one's not inside of the invulnerable. Oh, it is. Never mind. So we'll just hang out. Don't have anything to do there. We're going to jump this Woodwoad out just to see if we can have it absorb some attacks. And while Aylin is our ally, she's really unreliable. And this is where we're going to have to start taking a little bit of chance. So we want to make sure that we heal Roland, but the best thing that we can do to ensure that is to try to kill Lorroakan. And this guy is blocking our way. We don't have a lot of room to move around. And unfortunately the fire elemental is blocking us in. So given that we can't hit him right away, take a look through our potions. We've got greater healing. We'll throw that and hit Roland. And he's back to full. Let's hope that he's smart enough to get away from combat. We can take a shot on Crank, and apparently one on Lorroakan with our offhand weapon. Still missing. Risky Ring would have been a better option here. We'll do a little more damage. Elemental still can't harm us. And we'll reposition. Sorry, we'll move the Moonbeam rather than recast it. Not going to bother with that.
Always this same old song.
And we've got Jaheira, and we can do the same thing. So we've got another Moonbeam. We'll see if we can line that up as well. Not going to react. And we'll continue to blast away at the construct ad. All right, so one down. And we'll see, where was the fire one? Yeah, so we'll see if we can blast the fire one as well. We did nab one. So he flew. He's going to cast Cone of Cold again. Not really concerned. The Glove of Invulnerability is still protecting us. So the stun still goes off, which is pretty annoying. Alright, so now let's see if we can deal with the Lorroakan since he's actually in range. Again, not going to counter it. There we go. Okay, so now that Lorroakan is down, we don't really need to worry as much, and we can have the druids start dealing with the opponents in earnest. We'll take our last shot. And we'll have Jaheira shapeshift into an owlbear. And we'll crushing flight across the room. So our elementals don't have too much to do right now because the enemy elementals are clustered inside of our protection. We'll warp out and try a smiting attack. We'll do that again. And see if we can get lucky and take out the Earth Myrmidon. Not quite. For this one, we're going to fly over. We'll take a look. Don't like Roland taking damage, so we'll see about healing vapors. This one's not going to be healing anything because it's not damaged, so that's okay with us. And now we can start really running around and doing some stuff. Cast Shillelagh. This guy is invulnerable, so we'll just hang out. Cast Shillelagh. We can try entangling if we want. Yeah, clutch play. There we go. And the Globe of Invulnerability is dropped. So now it's just about targeting priorities. We have a dazed air elemental, a non-dazed fire elemental. We're out of trick shots, so we're just going to start shooting. And again, I think probably better to have brought Lizelle, who's got a lot higher damage output than Halsin does. Haste ends. And we'll take a look at this water myrmidon. And we're a little limited in our ability to do leaps right now. We don't want to hit Roland. And it looks like we can't quite get to the other elementals, so we'll wait around. We're going to warp between this elemental and Roland. Attack. And miss. The Night Song is still immortal, so no big worry there. And we'll warp over here and see if we can't start hitting the fire elemental. the warp ability for the fire elemental, or for all the elementals, mimics a little bit the ability that your characters can have if they picked up the elephant power with flight in it. This is the extreme mobility of being able to hop around combat and ignore spacing. And I think we may actually get to have a turn with Halcyon, so that'll be great. Alright, so we got the ensnare off. Let's try that again. Alright, stepping away from combat, that's fantastic. And we'll see if we can't finish off the water. And start in on this air elemental.
You know, I think we have given offense.
It looks like we can jump in.
The scent of blood is in the air.
And we could shapeshift. This fight looks like it's pretty much over, but we'll go ahead. And rather than jump, we'll just end our turn. Can't really get in on this elemental. We'll see if he'll leave. But no dice. Entangle still rocking. And the Dryad will finish him off.
Lorroakan, you who would see me caged, you who would purchase my submission with profane gold. Let every wicked magus, every vile murtherer, each slaver and misery merchant see. Dame Aylin is watching. She is indomitable. And when her face lights the shadows of your wrongdoing, you are broken by its beauty.
So we'll want to follow up with Dame Aylin, and we'll want to follow up with Roland, wherever he's run off to. Oh, he's behind us. He's kind of walking around. Let's try and talk to him.
Lorroakan is dead. The bastard is dead.
We'll say we thought that he was your master.
Lorroakan was a cruel and vicious man. By day, I'd tend the shop, but at night, he'd fire the most nonsensical questions at me. And for every one I answered wrong, he'd beat me. I could have killed him with my own two hands. But I kept thinking it was all a test. It had to be. I thought it was the price I had to pay to become a true wizard. I realize now he was just a sick, sick man.
We'll ask what comes next.
I see things clearly now. If I wish to master the weave, I must do it myself. Thankfully, I have everything I need right here.
We'll point out that he'll be challenged.
Let them come. I happened across a book on the tower's defenses, and they are considerable. I'll move Cal and Leah in immediately. Lorroakan refused to let them stay here. They are gonna love the tower. I wouldn't have this, the tower, my family, without you. What can I do to thank you?
We'll ask about him being our ally.
And you'll have me. I'll learn everything I can about the tower in the meantime, even if I have to rip this place apart. But know this. Ramesses Tower and its master are now your friends. And when the time comes, We will stand by you as allies.
And now that the moonbeam is ended, we'll talk to Dame Aylin.
Something's on my mind. The Firehead fool is dead. Yet as I stare upon his corpse, I feel sadness. Why?
We'll choose the Bard option. We know something of sadness.
A gripping in the chest. As though I'd lost someone. Something. Paladin's fatigue, no doubt. You were excellent in battle, as is your way. And I am proud to fight at your side. And you, tiefling, you did not embarrass yourself. I will catch my breath, then to camp I will bring my bones. Moon Maiden be with you.
And that's it for up here. So we've already looted the under area, and we'll just go ahead and click on the
Seems
portal.
simple enough.
But we can also teleport out of here now, so you can see it's no longer red. We can just go to camp. And we'll have a lot to do, so it looks like all of our characters have hit level 12, and we'll deal with that in the next video.
Sylvanus' blessings.
Looking ahead.
As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.